All right, everyone. It has been a good solid minute since I've done like an update for like the channel as a whole, and I got 15 minutes and 20 seconds for this video, so we can actually get into, I don't know, meat and potatoes in a sense of everything that happened. And I want to talk about the last video I uploaded, and why I had the raspy voice and the sound was kind of off. First of all, that was a nod to like the previous videos I did a couple months back when I was just doing it on my laptop, and the sound was somewhat screwed up, but it was a decent amount, and the voice was there to show my enthusiasm, and also for my you can tell as somewhat as an anger and as my desperation to seek out help for Activision and to at least gain some form of hitting my goal for the following, you understand? So that's the main reason why that video that day, like literally I just uploaded it, but I'm gonna upload this video like a couple of days later because I want everything to be prepared and sound professional, and yes, everything is back on track. Don't freak out. It's not, everything's not going crazy here. I just did a little nod, that's all it was. Don't ever think that we'll ever forget how we all started off from this one. We started off on the laptop, now we're on the PC. Let's see how far we can keep this going. But I wanted to start this whole update off with Mines first. Yes, Mines. Don't think I didn't see that dollar you gave me. That was like my first ever like paycheck from the internet, and it was like cryptocurrency. In my head, I'm like, I will use this to advertise myself. So if you're thinking, what did I do with that dollar? I ended up, because on Mines, the way Mines work is once you put $1 in, $1 can get you 1,000 views on Mines. And I thought to myself, I want to use it. And should I use it on the current video or a past video? You know, like the video like I just uploaded, the one I gave a nod to. I decided to put that dollar's worth on a past video where you can start off where we started from, and then people go back and like, oh, okay, content's improved now. You know, it's improved to the point where you don't hear me go bragging off the mouth and hearing me sound stupid every time with the ignorance. But yes, thank you Mines for that. And we also ended up starting to gain a little bit more of a following on Mines too, and I am very grateful for that. I love all of you, and I'm very grateful for the support and love that I do get. I don't see that much content on gaming really coming from Mines, unless you're like looking at the quartering, but he's just doing entertainment from all around, from all genres, like actors, comics, gaming. He's never specifically doing gaming, and I know that I don't really deal with the controversials that do come with gaming, but some people just like to step away from the controversies and just get their gaming information, news from medias, comic books, and movies as well. You could say that I do, in a sense, do follow off of the quartering. The only difference is the quartering has his video for that specific genre thing, like gaming. That whole video is just for gaming, and another video dealing with movies. I just like to take all my nerd information and give it to you in one huge package, and then just give it to you so that way you can digest it as a whole and be like, okay, Call of Duty's had this, Fortnite had that, a comic book came out with this, a movie thing came out with that. By the way, I watched Godzilla, the smoke was real, and I enjoyed it. Now, getting off of my, still love all of you by the way, we're gonna go into BitChute. Yes, BitChute. We ended up hitting 12 subscribers, and I never really truly got into that. But we're also getting awfully close to 100 videos uploaded to BitChute. It was a couple, let me think. Yeah, so on BitChute, that was what the video I just uploaded now. It's video 97. We got 12 subscribers in the total views, and I love all of you for this because I have never gotten this many views on YouTube. I have 8,246 views. Thank you all for that. I never really truly thought that I was going to be getting that many views, and I do look back on the past months with me just uploading some random gameplay I had, and some dude called me out and say, hey, kinda trash, I could do better. In my head, I'm like, hey, go for it. I ain't tripping over it. You can be better then. But the fact that we've hit that number is unbelievable to me, and I do understand that some people are like, well, that's really nothing. It is to me. It is to me. I am very grateful for that. And yes, I do understand last video did sound kind of crazy, alright, but it's a nod to the old videos back when it was unprofessional. It was just gameplay uploaded. I might just do that, you know. I might just go and play Cold War and get any raw gameplay, let whatever stupid sounding thing happen, and just upload it, because that was the videos that actually ended up getting hundreds of views, like over 100 views. Like I ended up getting, I think for one video, 146, and it was just me playing with the MP5 and I'm barely talking. You can hear my jet engine PS4 in the background. It was nuts. And I love BitChute for that. It was just regular people just doing regular things, and I tend to go on BitChute from time to time. I saw just some guy on there too. I can't really. I'll watch his videos. I watch It's a Gundam. It's nice to see that BitChute is gaining more and more traction as time goes on. I hope that we get to see more of that as it continues. I still have the app on my phone. Every time I go on Google Play Store, I don't see the app, and it breaks my heart. And I hope to see the app return to Google Play Store. I hope to see more people use it as time goes on, because YouTube right now is just it's kind of not there. But speaking of YouTube, I don't see you guys, and I do give you guys love too. We ended up hitting over 130 people subscribed to the YouTube channel, and that I have to thank you. I love you all for that. I know what some of y'all are thinking. That's pretty good, and it's small compared to all these other channels. Listen to me. I am happy for what I have, and love you all for it. The fact that I even got 100 and over 130, the fact that I even got over 15 is astounding to me, because I remember years back where I just had 15 and I was uploading Fortnite clips and just me playing along with my friends. It was fun at times. I even had times where I streamed on there and some people pulled up, and it was some pretty interesting times back then. If you was real deep old with the YouTube, you remember Chain Man and how I used to play with him and how real it was back then in those days. It was a ride, you know. And I know I don't do Fortnite as much, and I did play some Fortnite matches, and I do sometimes be thinking of uploading Fortnite gameplay back, you know, like Team Rumble. Let me know if you want that, by the way. It's real short gameplay because Team Rumble doesn't last that long, but it's nice to see that things have been transitioning from, you know, old from the small thing, and I was really gaining momentum with me putting in more effort. And I guess I should put in more effort, but I want to, I guess, because I want to hit my goal on YouTube of 200 by the end of this year. And by the time I really end that, I think my main goal, I think I'll go over to Mines and focus on Mines. And once I hit my goal on Mines, that's going to be 10 subscribers, by the way. Once I hit my goal of 10 subscribers on mine, I guess I'll focus back on BitChute and try to get to 15 subscribers over there. So, you know, we're only 3 subscribers away from that, but still, it's still something, a goal that I want to do. And then for YouTube, I guess I'll do like 225, maybe 210, just to be on the safe side, because it is a slow, momentous grab, but it is a grab that I do want to reach. I know it's low, but it's a goal that I want to make sure I can get to. I want to have a challenge in getting 10 subscribers on YouTube. That is a challenge for somebody my size who don't really get no scene, you know, but it's still something I like to see. Now, let's talk about the video from the time, you know, the one I uploaded. So, it is me talking about Warzone and the seriousness of the meta, because I do, in a sense, understand, like, if you don't know, okay, there was a drama around Athots and Nick Mercs, and I talked about this with my friend. Nick Mercs really has to be kind of sad if you can't handle a joke. Don't get me wrong, Athots fan base do tend to be toxic. They do tend to go over the line, and Athots do need to drag them back down a little bit. But at the same time, you have no right as the creator yourself to go after another creator who's been doing this for about 10 years, who has his own thing and he's minding his business. Yes, his fan base does go wild, but you really shouldn't be destroying something just because the fan base can't handle himself. I can understand why you wanted to probably do it. You wanted to get him off your back. You wanted to slap him in the face and really tell him to shut up. But now that I look at you and I'm thinking to myself, if he's able to abuse his power, who's to say he won't go after somebody else smaller? You know? Like, who's to say he won't just pick any channel that somebody spent years on, worked hard to get to, and then just say, I want them gone because I don't like what they say. And to that, it is annoying. I had to speak about this on the Athots thing because it has been on my mind. I did think about ignoring it, but Nick Mercs is that mentality is extremely toxic. I can't stand that kind of mentality where you want to bring down everything this man has worked for just because your feelings either got hurt or he was just annoying you. You ain't have to do that. You could have threw a jab directly at him, but you didn't have to take down the whole channel as a whole. That was just going too far. And if anything, it was just jokes. I don't know the full details, but all I know is he was talking about his thumbnails And I saw the clip on Twitter about Nick Merckx, and he was saying, yeah, it was talking about my thumbnails and stuff like that. So I took him down. And in my head, I'm like, just because somebody talking about your thumbnails and you took him down, that's pretty sad and pathetic, and it shows just the kind of personality you got. I ain't gonna judge too harshly, but it's really pathetic. Getting past this, and I'm going back to the Warzone meta now. The only thing in there is the FFAR, and you see me use the FFAR. One, because I wanted gold. I wanted gold. That's my goal for the FFAR. I'm thinking about getting all my assault rifles diamond for that as some form of, because it's really going to push me to try to get gameplays for the channels that I have set up. And it's going to be interesting to see how far I'm willing I'm going, because sometimes when I play Cold War, something happens and they just keep getting slapped in the face over and over again. I just get off and I don't touch it, and I go to Warzone and I go to Modern Warfare. And it's really to challenge it, to push myself to go into Cold War. We'll see how that whole situation goes as more content comes in. I'm debating, because I'm experimenting with other weapons to try to see what I can find myself. Like I said in the video, I'm experimenting with other weapons because I don't want to be stuck on just the meta, because those meta weapons, if you're just using meta weapons to other people, like again Nick Merckx or FaZe Swag, if you're just using their meta, in my head I'm like, there's no creativity in that. It makes the game boring. It makes it, oh, everybody's using the same old weapons. No, that's boring. I went out and I actually used the Striker for Modern Warfare, and it is decent, but it does not compete with the FFAR. And the fact that I could find a decent weapon and I'm willing to use that decent weapon, it shakes it up. It shows that, okay, if the Striker probably had a buff, it could compete with the FFAR. I want to see if I can beat somebody with the Striker, which I have been prone to do. I beat people who use the FFAR with my Striker. It shows, okay, I can improve. I'm probably better than you if I'm using this weapon that sucks compared to your gun. The AUG is a problem. Don't get me wrong, I can get it. I understand why the tac rifles are why they are. They're probably built for long range to medium range. I get that, but even with their recoil and all that, it's still a beast of its own right, and they'll just rearrange something or use any kind of variant to try to get it back to its original masterpiece. The only way you truly can get rid of the AUG meta is if you butcher it all the way. You have to butcher it. You can't just sit there and let it slide. And I feel as if that Activision knows what they're doing. They want the Cold War guns to be beastly and godly, so that way they could have, I don't know, any kind of just regular, so that way they can have the current game be the mainstream, and that way they can focus on that. Even though it's been pretty clear that people like Modern Warfare way better compared to Cold War, and there's just no way Cold War is going to compete with Modern Warfare. Probably later on down the line, at the end of its lifespan, it probably will, considering the fact that it has this arcadey feel. It's not that campy. It has the Ultra with the different effects. It has this unique style, and it's got its fire team. It's good. It's good. It's decent. But I also look at it as if the matchmaking system makes me want to get off and makes me go play Modern Warfare and deal with the campers. That's just how badly it is. But a lot of people are still putting their hopes into the next Call of Duty with the World War II. And a lot of people, because they're like, okay, it's World War II. Some people are putting their hopes in it, and some people are just saying it's World War II. It's going to be trash. It's going to be doo-doo. Some people are like, hold on, give it a chance. It might have a chance of salvaging yourself, because Cold War has these amazing weapons. That's what stands out with Cold War. Modern Warfare had the challenge of the campers, and the lobbies itself are god tier, because it's funny, and the roasting and the swearing and the lobbies themselves are god tier. Okay, Cold War sucks because its lobbies are trash. There's nobody talking smack. There's nobody out there doing the most. There's nobody just trying to destroy somebody. Okay, that's why Cold War's doodle compared to Modern Warfare, because Modern Warfare's lobbies are god tier compared to Cold War's lobbies. Okay, but World War II's, the new Call of Duty, I don't know how that's gonna feel. Hopefully they can attract somebody and they'll have their own kind of thing. Who knows? I hope that they have like a large scale mission kind of thing, like they did in the previous Ground War, where it felt like everybody was on a campaign mission when it come down to Ground War and the pushing. I hope that is a thing. Now, Battlefield 6, I know a lot of people putting their hopes on the Battlefield 6. They're saying it looks better every day, it looks intense, it looks good. Don't get too hyped up, because let's all remember Cyberpunk was a thing, okay? Cyberpunk was a thing. And the more I look at Cyberpunk and I'm hearing about the updates and it's getting better over time and the story was amazing, I'm thinking to myself, I might get Cyberpunk just to see how it is. Because I play GTA and all I do is drive around. That's all I really do. I like cars, I like to drive around, I like bikes and stuff like that. I like good characters, I like weapons, I like fighting, I like shooting. But we'll see as time goes on what improves, what gets good, what doesn't. And hopefully the community and everything I'm doing improves. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, and until then, ladies and gentlemen, peace.